Good morning. We haven't really talked about my basic camp setup. I'll spin this up, but it's pretty simple and I love it. So, you know, the jet boil for coffee, oatmeal. This is breakfast time. Come on. I'm on camera. You gotta work. There we go. So I go, when I'm just having coffee and oatmeal, I do 2 cups as the line indicates in the jet boil. On these mornings, I'm also having a cup of soup. So it's usually 2 cups of coffee, that goes to the line, a little extra water for the oatmeal, a little extra water for the cup of soup. In total, it's coming close to a liter. This is pretty much what was left over. So that's a good way to get some fluids in. And this will take a little. So I'll walk you around a little bit. I get my food out, my garbage bag out from the bear canister, because I'm sitting on the bear canister. It's a great seat. And that way I can dodge the sun. My gravity filter, I don't know whose towel this is, but this is definitely the hanging tree. Love the gravity filter. You know, it's really so simple. Kind of 2 philosophies. Some people like the pump, it's smaller. I like gravity, it weighs nothing, and I can do like 3 or 4 liters without, like I'm doing this morning, without doing any work. This is the Craig Creek, and this is definitely a great water source. And the walk has been all aspens, as you've seen on the way here. The sun's coming up, so I'm kind of racing against the sun coming over the edge. I think we just go around, but we definitely have a lot more uphill. I haven't done much uphill yet today. So that's a quick on the campsite. I brush my teeth with the same cup that I eat the cup of soup, and then finish my coffee. I either drink the coffee out of the jet boil directly or out of my cup. And I'm not taking my shoes off because I just kind of started, but a lot of times I'll take my shoes off when we use the camp shoes. And I'm changing shirts, so we go from early morning cold to afternoon warmer. This should be a pretty covered walk, so I'm not worried about exposure, but I will put on suntan lotion, obviously. I do that twice a day, breakfast and lunch, pretty much. I'm almost up to 2, get a little closer there, almost up to 2 Advils a day. Sometimes the aches and pains get you. There is a campsite, it looks like, down here. Normally a pine campsite would be the best thing I could ask for, until I was shown what an aspen campsite might look like. So I guess I have my new favorite. All right, one last clip. We had a battery issue, so I had to change battery, but I've made all the food. So you can kind of see, I love using the paper bag that comes with the oatmeal rather than dirtying up a cup. Then you got to eat everything out of there, and then you pack it out. Coffee, I mix, well, since I'm having cup of soup, so sugar with the oatmeal, salt with the cup of soup, and then the coffee with creamer. And you know, it's pretty easy to wash this out because I got plenty of fresh water here. So this is what I do. I treat myself well for breakfast. You know, everybody has their own rhythm, everybody has their own hike. One of the things that I keep learning is I'm a hiker rather than a camper, and this has been a great experience for that, because I'm waking up and just sort of clearing out of camp. I think I mentioned in an earlier video that I'll have a breakfast bar or a Cliff Bar or something like that, and some water, and then hike for 2 or 3 miles until breakfast. and that's where I am here. So it's not really the camping and it's not really the camping that gets me. It's the hiking. I just want to keep hiking, and I am sleeping. I mean, I love camping, and so I am sleeping with the side vestibule open, so I get to see the stars at night, and it's warm enough to do that. There's not a overpowering wind or anything, and it's been perfectly clear skies, so there's no rain. I am prepared for the rain, but last night, you know, I had my sweaty wet clothes from the climb up. I just left them on top of my tent and let them dry overnight. That was a smart idea of me. But you know, my air mattress has failed. I'm beginning to learn to dislike my backpack greatly. You can see there's all this harness in here. I don't know, I got this one. This might be the first backpack I ever purchased, and my good one is in Switzerland. It's an 80 liter, and you know, it's good for like traveling, but it's not great for hiking. This harness and all this just weighs a lot. It doesn't really do much for me, and it's not balanced. I go through great strides to just kind of keep the thing standing, and you know, for normal hikers who know, there's a big difference between a bag that stands up and a bag that doesn't stand up. And often I'll put a tent or something hanging below. That kind of helps balance the bag when I put it down. But this bag doesn't really have an opportunity to do that. It's clean, you know, when I'm walking around, it's all clean. It looks well kept, and my tarp is the first thing that I've done. Every time I pack it, it's a different pack. I'm a fairly meticulous guy, and I'm surprised every time that the height is a little different and where I put the tarp is a little different. It is fascinating, but I think it's time for me to get a new backpack. And my good one is a 65, and I know a lot of people are religious about making sure you don't, if you overfill a 65, you've got too much stuff. I like an 80 because I got the beer canister, and I just like a little extra room. Not that I'm going to put more stuff in it, although I'm still learning how to keep things down, like my powdered milk. I know this is small stuff, but this is, you know, what you got to think about. I packed 2 sets of servings for the powdered milk. It's not much, but you know, you do that a couple of times. I packed one too many of my nut packages, my mixed nut trail mix. And those are kind of heavy. But all these little things add up. I'm trying to think what else I probably could have done without. Well, there's a few things in the clothing department. I'm comfortable with the tent, I'm comfortable with the tarp. The bear can's the bear can. Clothes I really went light on this time. Oh well, a lot here for breakfast. I'm gonna eat now. Thanks for tuning in.